Still jamming out to the intro song, even though it ended a few seconds ago.
Every single time, you know.
Party. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we are ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, and I'm almost out of my also conveniently colored drink. There's not much left, but it's red.
And drinking some honey ginger lemon tea, I am Sam de Monteverde, aka Sam DMV, aka Anissa Long, your friendly fellow non-binary Canadian
Filipino hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto. I know it by now.
We switched a couple of them around, but you know, we got
sometimes mentally unstable. Today we're stable. Sometimes physically ill. Today we're not as physically ill as we were.
Yes. The coffee's still there, but
if anyone's the mentally unstable one.
Anywho.
We are here to discuss EMA 2022 for the Slovenian representative to Eurovision 2022 to follow in the footsteps of my queen, legend, icon, Anna Še. Because I have one very unpopular opinion about Eurovision in recent years, and that is that I think Anna Še is a legend, a beauty, an icon. Amen was not a great song, but she's still great. She's still lovely. She's beautiful, and I love her. Maybe someone will live up to her.
Yes.
And hopefully they qualify.
She has an amazing voice. No, I was about to quote Aretha Franklin and say, nice gowns, beautiful gowns.
No, fuck you.
But seriously though, Anna Še is such a talented artist. Amen was not the best song, but like, you know.
Voda would have been top 10 and you can't tell me otherwise. Voda would have won, and Empires from Poland would have won 2020, in my personal opinion. But anyway, yes, Slovenia. Now, this damn country has been literally their national selection technically started in November. So we're finally down. We're talking about the finalists, and there are 12. We have 12 songs that we're talking about today, but this journey for Slovenia actually started in November, if you're unaware, because they do this lovely, cute thing called EMA FREŠ. I think I'm saying that right. Where they have done a full, like, national selection sort of situation for emerging artists. So emerging artists in Slovenia can submit a song, and they went through a process of duels that started at the end of November with weekly finals, things like that. And this was completely online as well. So it's a really cool thing. Reading up on the Slovenian process, it's actually really cool to see how they went about it. So it started with, I believe, 20 songs going through a series of duels, finals, etc., etc., etc. A second chance situation, which didn't result in any songs that made the final or the semifinals. But 4 songs came out of the EMA FREŠ final into the semifinals for the overall EMA 2022. And spoiler, those 4 songs from EMA FREŠ actually all made the final as well. So they made it through their semifinal, made it to the final, and we're going to be talking about all 4 of those songs, which I'm very excited about. And yes, we have 12 songs we're diving into that made it through the semifinals. Shall we just dive in?
Let's get into it.
Perfect. So we are going. This is one of the countries that by the time we decided to cover it. We had a running order already. So we're actually going to be talking about them in running order for the final. And first up is Anabel with the song Tendency.
I think it's good that it went first.
Yes.
Because otherwise I would have forgotten it.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. I do think it's a good song.
It's a solid song.
Yeah. I think it's incredibly good. We love an uplifting anthemic song about being the best version of ourselves. And that wasn't sarcastic. I actually really enjoy that. My biggest issue with Miss Anabel in this song is, and I fully recognize that the national language of Slovenia is Slovene. I understand that. The issue I have is there's a few issues with pronunciation and a few issues with words jumbling together.
Fair.
My other big thing is it feels like the last verse is like ramping up to something. We're gaining tempo. We're gaining all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it just drops and the song ends.
Yeah. Yeah, she ends with the great belt, but
yes.
And it's like boom. And I thought it was gonna go somewhere. But it just leaves you hanging.
It really does.
I also noticed because there's so much choreo I watched the live performances, obviously.
I did as well.
So I think a couple of my critiques will pertain to the staging as well. I enjoyed the staging of it. Mm-hmm. Although it did give a bit of like euphoria.
It does give a little bit of Loreen, I will admit. Yes. I don't hate that because I don't hate that either.
I don't hate that either, but do it. I think it takes a bit more training to do it without getting tired. And I felt like there were a couple points where Anabel got tired.
I mean, she did. I do love like random people throwing chiffon everywhere on a staging. Like
it's actually
I'm a very basic gay in that regard. Like I love that kind of shit. So for me, I like the song. I think it's lovely. Again, like you said, if it didn't go first, I would have forgotten it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Anabel. We move along to Stela Sofia with Tu in zdaj, I believe. Tu in zdaj, which is here and now. There's no question mark on this song as well, actually. There's not a question mark. I don't know why I typed a question mark. There's no question mark anymore.
Okay. I mean, it's a decent song. I feel like I don't like it as much as you do, but I like it.
I really like it. Mm-hmm. So Stela is actually one of the EMA FREŠ artists that we are going to be, one of 4 that we're going to be discussing. So she made her way through all of those fucking duels to earn her spot in the final. Not saying that anybody else didn't, but she did work a lot harder to get her spot here in the final. She maybe has she has one of the strongest live vocals in this entire contest.
Oh. No, I very much got that actually. She really does have a strong voice and a nice voice. I also enjoy like whatever was going on in the background as well in terms of the music. She looks great. Yes. Actually, that's probably the thing I remember most about
Queen.
This number is that she looked amazing in the purple like sparkle dress.
Yes.
Or jumpsuit.
Something.
I remember it was like a full body like jumpsuit kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a jumpsuit with like a little bit on the side.
Yeah.
Is what we had. No, yes. I really like this. I got a lot of conviction from her.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's some artists that we will discuss that I didn't get that from, but I got a real sense of conviction. I think she wrote it. She's a co-writer on the song. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I really, really like this. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of emotion and conviction out of this. And I kind of agree with that with 3 of the 4 EMA FREŠ artists, it kind of feels like they're in a bit of a different vibe. And obviously, I don't think you know which 4 are, so we'll see if you agree by the time we get through all 4 of them. But no, I really like this song.
No, I also was gonna say, a critique I had was that there were a couple like melodies that kind of landed awkwardly.
No, sure, totally.
But otherwise, I think it's a solid song. It just doesn't hit me. I do agree with all the positive critiques, but I guess it's probably like a taste thing. It just didn't.
No, that's fair.
As hard as it did for Logan.
And that's completely fair.
So yeah.
Boom. Moving on, next up is Manouche with Sisama, which is Are You Alone in English. This is a whole lot of fun.
I love this.
This is a whole lot of fun. I enjoy this a lot. Yeah.
Nah, like everything was there for me with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like the vibe was there, kind of that big band 20s ballroom kind of thing.
It's so cool.
Their blending is spot on. Like everyone that was on that stage held their own.
I knew exactly what they were doing.
Exactly. The megaphone moment, we always love ourselves a little megaphone moment.
The megaphone was my favorite part of this whole thing because we've had a lot of concerns about vocal manipulation throughout this year. Luna Key, I'm looking directly in your direction. But no, I really love the use of this megaphone to sort of like amplify his voice, and it does kind of change his voice a little bit. It makes it a little bit lower, which in combination with everybody else, it really stands out, and I liked that.
Yeah, no. So, but before we got on stream, like I said that there was one song that I found like very memorable to me. And to me, it's this.
Oh, song. I love that actually.
No, like their harmonies are tight as well.
It's the most unique song. I will agree.
Yeah,
agree.
No, again, harmonies are tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were perfectly in the pocket given their vibe. It sounds like an amazing time. I enjoyed their staging. Like everything was absolutely there for me.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think it's an incredibly solid entry. Moving along, next up is Leanne with the song Naked. This is also one of our EMA FREŠ artists, so she has gone through it for this song, and I like it a lot.
I really love this song.
So this song for me, we've talked a little bit about CCM, contemporary Christian music, in a few reviews recently. And this blend of CCM plus like very much so I felt like country vibe.
Oh.
I got a little like, I think it was mostly the guitar in the song. I don't think that was necessarily her vibe necessarily, but I really like it. The interesting thing as well, she's also the writer of the song.
Which I love as well.
Yes.
Nah, like everything here was well done for me. Her voice gives very much Cranberries. The Cranberries.
Oh, I see that.
And I really love that. The chorus also kind of gave me Never Really Over by Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Honestly, my favorite part was the bridge.
The bridge is great.
When she goes up into that higher range, the rasp starts to come in, and that is where I was pulled in, and that kind of made everything so much better for me because you can tell she's putting everything in there, and the kitchen sink. Like, nah, this was great.
I completely agree. Very excited about this song. So, next up is BQL with My, which is shocker, May in English, shockingly. This is perfectly fine.
I actually really like this.
So this is my perfectly inoffensive award recipient for the evening. Not in a negative way. It's two attractive men singing a song together. Like, I'm on board.
I'm honestly on board with that too, but I think they sound really good together as well.
My biggest confusion is why one of them is more like has more lyrics than the other.
Yeah, no,
I was confused.
I do agree with that. I feel like the second guy, quote unquote, was there just to fill the range of
the
it all.
harmony.
The harmony, and as well just to kind of hit that high note at the end.
Sure, I
because
mean, if
probably the first guy couldn't hit it.
He had a very limited vocal range, clearly.
He did, but his tone was clear.
It feels like, weirdly, and I think it might also have to do with like the acronym name, it feels like there should be a third part in this song that sort of like blends in between the two of them.
Yeah.
And is able to like hit the harmonies, but also like sustain the lower part of the song.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I don't mean and present and a good song.
Sorry?
It's very much just so like a perfectly fine song.
I really liked it. I thought they killed the key change when the second guy kind of belted that high note.
Mm-hmm.
I did say actually, so I said the first singer, the blonde one, had a really clean voice and I really liked it. And then I said that I enjoyed the second singer as well. I thought he sounded a bit like Sergei Lazarev.
Not Sergei Lazarev. Anything but Sergei Lazarev.
What?
You're not wrong, but I don't need more Sergei Lazarev in my life, quite personally.
That's fair.
But no, it's good. Very good.
No,
solid,
really
lovely, good, great. Next up is Gušti featuring Leyre. Words with pronunciations that I don't necessarily know. The song is Nova Romantika, New Romance. This is one of the few artists in this selection that really took advantage of staging at this level of the competition.
Oh, absolutely.
I sincerely appreciated it.
No, I appreciate that too. So not many people know this band, but I made a comparison to that. It gives me very much like Lake Street Dive. Again,
sorry,
not many people know that band.
I'll take your word for it. Love it, great, yes.
No, but
Diva, yes,
honestly,
God.
that's why I love it, because it gives me kind of that similar vibe.
Sure.
Of like, lounge kind of funk-ish kind of singing. Yes. I think it's Leyre that's singing.
I don't know. I don't know.
But she has a great voice. It's just that she was just sharp.
A little, yeah. It's unfortunate because, she might actually be Gušti. I don't know. I really don't.
I don't.
Girl, you're great though. You live your
great.
best life on that stage talking about that new romance, and I love every part of it. So, go off, queen. Yeah, but the staging, unfortunately, any close-up staging of a woman singing is gonna remind me of Barbara Pravi. I made the comparison immediately in a very different way, obviously, because the song is very different. But I made the comparison immediately. And like I said, she's one of the few that took advantage of staging at this level and camera work at this level, and I think it truly paid off for her. And this is a really good song, in my opinion.
No, it's a solid song.
Yeah. All right. Next up, July Jones. Girls can do anything. They sure can.
They sure can.
And July can sing this song. Oh no, don't do this to me. Sam de Monteverde!
I want to like it so badly. But I don't know, there was just something about it that was off for me. That kind of
it's not There's a few things off. I mean, I agree with that. It's a bit wordy. She runs out of breath in certain places.
That's what it was. That's what it was for me as well.
Those are all things that can be altered.
Yes, and I hope they do get altered.
My big thing is she has that stage presence.
Oh, she absolutely. I love the message. I think the song itself is solid. I think it was just the performance of it for me.
That's fair.
Although some of the melodies I kind of found a bit awkward.
Sure.
But otherwise, like I really love like the stage presence, the song itself, kind of the energy it brings. Mm-hmm. Also, she has these little moments similar to like a Jessie J like squeal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I actually love those. I actually love it.
I love the like talk singing in the chorus. I didn't know how to feel about it necessarily at first, but I ended up really, really liking it. And then like obviously in subsequent choruses, she then sings it full out, which I also loved. The big note at the end I thought was really well done. She's a great vocalist. The song is definitely just wordy, and as someone who probably didn't grow up speaking English, I really appreciate the fact that she's able to get the words out and you can understand what she's saying for the most part. The song itself, there's just a few things that I would alter as far as the lyric itself, but I really like this song.
Yeah.
So we move along. David Amaro is next with Vedno lepa, which is You Are Still Beautiful.
So
you probably wrote more than I did, so I'm going to let you start.
This is my award for the perfectly inoffensive. Congratulations, David Amaro. You are very attractive.
Oh, yeah.
But the song wasn't as strong as others.
Yep.
You were a bit pitchy in the beginning.
Yep.
Actually, no, very. I enjoy the powerful voice. I enjoy all the dramatics of it. I enjoy it. I got like sentimental vibes. Like it felt very like to the
heartfelt.
Heartfelt. There it is. Thank you. Although it was just there was one like very like detail that kind of threw me off, and it's he belts at the end of the bridge, and then like you hear a little like and then it goes into the chorus. Please tell me you remember what I'm talking about. He says
I don't remember, I'm going to be honest, but I take your word for it. It sounds lovely.
He said it sounds lovely.
Beautiful gowns, lovely gowns. No, okay.
No,
so
honestly, he did look great with that red suit.
I wrote 2 words for this song. Beautifully boring. That's all I wrote.
Yeah.
I found myself on my phone for 80% of his performance. Honestly, like I ended up checking some text messages. I responded to a work email. I checked the Snapchat, and then by the time I got back, the song was still going, and I was like, "Oh, good, yay!" Yeah, sorry, David Amaro. You're nice to look at, though.
You looked great.
Yeah, sure. Party.
So next up we have LPS with Disco. So before we get into this, fourth wall break, we told I told Logan, and we ended up like finding out we kind of have a different opinion on this.
This is maybe the most completely different opinion we've had in this Eurovision season. I also want to point out this is also an EMA FREŠ artist.
Yes.
So I would love you to say lovely, positive things before I tear this song apart.
Yes. I really love this. No, I'm serious. It's definitely up there for me. I love the strong instrumental start. I love the staging of it. I'm very much into the vibe. You are so right, Logan. It gives me like eat your salad, but not as
No.
vulgar. But like I'm all for that because the vibes of your salad are very much not for this, which is a vibe I really love. The horn interlude I was living for. Oh, his voice kind of sounds like the megaphone moment kind of thing, where and it's where it's all kind of like muffled, kind of like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Their chemistry, I loved seeing like the interaction they have with each other. Although the lead singer could have more energy, because he did look a bit like, oh, I'm standing here and I'm about to do this, and then I'm gonna do this. Just I just wish there was more energy from the singer. He did sound great though, to me.
I'm so happy that you like it. I really, truly am. So, okay. The song is cool. Just the music is cool. I like the vibe. His vocals are one note. It looks like he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't have a single bit of conviction, in my personal opinion. There's a little bit of a change at the end, but honestly, it didn't do a whole lot more for me. I completely disagree. I think there's like a fake connection between all of them. Like this whole performance just felt fake. And I hate using that because I know it's not. But that's just the vibe that I got. It's just like everything he did felt fake. Everything the musicians were doing felt fake. It felt staged. It felt pre-rehearsed, and I don't like it.
That's fair. I guess if you do a bit, like, go all the way with it instead of just doing like a...
Well, because the difficulty here for me is I've listened to some of the other EMA FREШ songs that didn't make it just because I was curious. And there's like 3 or 4 of them that I honestly wish were in this spot because this is the only one of the 4 I don't like. And honestly, this is the only song in this selection that I vehemently dislike. And it all comes down to his performance. And like, if his style is lackadaisical, that's cool and everything. I just don't like it. And that's just where I'm at. So, yeah. But I'm happy you like it because at least there's a difference of opinion.
Yes.
Which I love to see.
So up next, oh my god, you're frozen.
Not again.
We have Hauptman.
Hauptman? Sure.
With Sledim. I'm gonna guess it's Sledim.
Yes.
Or Sledim.
It's I'm following in English.
Okay.
And I'm not following this song.
I'm not following this song as much as other songs. I'll say that. You know, there's footsteps going his way, but it's not a full-on follow.
I wrote 4 words for this one. I wrote perfectly boring, comma, but and was spelled E-U-H-H, in case anybody needed to know the spelling of the today. Yeah, this is not memorable to me at all, but it's better than 2 other songs in this selection.
Fair. It is better than a couple songs in the selection for me too. I kind of like it, but like
I couldn't tell you a damn thing about this song, Sam.
The staging gave me very much Arcade by Duncan Lawrence.
I take your word for it because I take your word for it because honestly, this set of 3 songs, I was literally just answering emails and texts. I'm gonna be real honest.
So he has this moment where he's on the keys kind of thing, and it gives.
I do remember that
Duncan Lawrence vibe, sure. and then towards like the third of the song, the last third of the song, he goes off the keys, and then he does the whole like air instrument thing kind of thing, similar to like what Alexander Rybak did in 2018.
Yes, and that's how you write a song. Yes.
Easily one of the biggest falls from grace.
But I still love that song.
It wasn't a bad song, but I guess his performance of it could have been better.
Yes.
But back to Hauptman. I honestly like my favorite part of the song was the very beginning because again I love myself a good bit of like funk kind of thing, and it had these like weird like choir chord kind of thing, which I was living for.
Sure.
I think he has a great voice too. I love the instrumentation. It almost gave me like, I don't know what the song is called, but it's by Anderson .Paak, who is an amazing artist.
Oh, I know what song you're talking. I can't think of what it's called either, but I know exactly.
But I know the melody where it's like your heart don't stand a chance kind of thing.
Yep. I don't know the title of the song, but yes.
I don't remember the title, but it gave me very much that.
Love it.
It could be more dynamic though, because it got very one note.
Party. Beautiful gowns, lovely gowns. Luma is up next with All In, and this is the last of the EMA FREŠ artists competing in the selection. This is really good. Oh no! I can understand why you don't like it.
Yeah. So before we started recording for Slovenia, I told Logan, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in the minority. So this is the most notable example of me being in the minority. I'm not a big, I don't like it.
Wow. Okay. Okay, well then I guess I'll start because I have the positives this time.
I'm not going to like tear it apart or anything as hard as Logan did.
Like I did.
You can start though.
Fucking disco. Okay, no, okay, so I have to say I had listened to part of this song before. I didn't know it was a part of the selection, honestly. I thought it was part of a previous selection, but I saw it on Twitter, so I had listened to like the first 30 seconds of the song before I listened to all these songs together. I think the vibe is really cool. I love the staccato. The rap, the like secession of staccato in the verse I really like. I wrote the use of the male prop playing the keyboard is really captivating. Because I mean he's just there to look nice and play keyboard. And
be
so, yeah, but I really like it. Absolutely. And like, girl, go off. I love it. It's very repetitive at one point, I will be honest. And it's a little like one note, but that one note is a note I really like.
Okay. So this is where I come in. Interesting staging. Again, with the guy just being played around while he's playing on the keyboard. I did feel a bit of concern when they started moving the keyboard around and then they moved it back and I was like, oh.
So it was on a traction pad.
Yes, I did see that once they zoomed out and I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. Luma looked bored to me when she sang that. Like there wasn't like her phrase like was just so like deadpan.
She's had to perform. I will say she's also had to perform this like 4 times, so that also might be why LPS why I didn't care for theirs specifically. Mm-hmm. You give the rest of your critique. I kind of want to see how many times they've had to perform this.
Okay. So otherwise, like it got a bit one note from me. It could be a bit more dynamic. I don't feel like this song shows off her voice as well as it should have. And I suppose she was trying to go for that little like sensual, sexy vibe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like she could have gone like all the way with it.
Sure. No, totally. No, I understand that. So for context, she's now performed. This is her 4th. This will be her 5th time performing this song in EMA. Okay,
so if she did look that like the way she did, if she like with the facial expressions and all that, she's probably gonna hate the song by the last.
Oh, absolutely. Like, but no, I really like this. I think it's a really solid song. It seems to be the odds favorite.
I did see that. Yes.
There's rumors that apparently this entire contest has been rigged for Luma.
Yes.
Which I don't really understand, because if I'm gonna be very honest, I don't remember actually. I'm not gonna say that yet because I don't remember what semifinal they're in this year, but I want to look that up before I say anything. Hi, let me click on buttons, computer, please. Thank you. So they are in, okay, so that confirms what I was thinking. So they're in semifinal 1, in the first half of semifinal 1, which already includes Ronella Hayati, Eat Your Salad, and Sentimente.
Okay, so it's easily going to get drowned out.
Yes, that is kind of, like, this kind of song, even sitting next to, like, Intention and Trenutel, I don't know how to pronounce the Moldovan song, I'm going to be honest. Trenutul. Even looking, like, next to those songs, it might get drowned out a little bit. She's also in the same half of the semifinal as STN from the Netherlands. And none of the other songs have been announced yet, or, like, it's happening soon. So, I don't know. I feel like she gets drowned out in that semifinal, in that half of that semifinal, whereas I feel like there's other songs in the selection that if they were to win, they wouldn't be drowned out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
One more song, and it's Batista Cadillac Mim Pravil.
Batista Cadillac, if you're out there.
Oh my god. Do we need to go find husbands in Slovenia?
Please. We should. We really should.
Honestly, like, Slovenia, where else have we found hot men?
Latvia? Was it? No. Oh, North Macedonia.
North Macedonia. No, I would say the one you just said, other than North Macedonia. I don't remember. Latvia.
No, Latvia, actually.
Well, because all of Citizeni is pretty hot, I won't lie.
They are.
No, it was Romania I was thinking of, because the guys in Romania were hot. Maybe we also need to go to Slovenia. I don't know. And also Italy, because, oh boy. Yes. I don't know if you're going to agree with this opinion that I have. I love this song.
And I do, because I really love this song too.
Oh, thank God. I literally wrote, I went to write, I'm a big fan of his voice, and subconsciously wrote muscles. And then I corrected it and wrote, I mean voice. Because I do. This gave me Elvis in the weirdest possible way.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It gives me like 50s and 60s rock and roll, which is like, which is an era I grew up listening to. It's an era that my mom
he also has like a lot of soul in his voice.
Yes, which I was not expecting.
Right?
This is where LPS needs to be taking some notes from Batista Cadillac, because the coordination of this entire group was on point. I just wished we saw a little bit more underneath that vest. I'm sorry. I mean,
okay, you're not wrong, but no, everything was there for me. Like, the staging was there, the music was there. Apparently my coughs are there too.
Right.
But okay, wait, let me just go through these notes so I know where I'm going.
Please.
So he's got a great voice. I'm really into the vibe. I love this where he shows off his voice, because you know, we do need a moment like this with a song that has a vibe like it does. It gave me like, and I mean this in the best way possible, like engaging lounge singer telling a story.
Sure. No, totally. I see that. For sure.
It gives me, the instrumentation kind of gave me like a slower version of She Said by Plan B.
Ooh, sure, yeah.
You know that song, right? Please tell me you know that song.
I do.
Okay, it's a great song. I love it.
It is. Yes, absolutely.
And I got stank face from it. It gave me stank face.
I love that, honestly. Yeah.
But also, I kind of had like my eyes kind of crinkled. You know when you have stank face and your eyes crinkle hypocritical.
He's probably not gonna win, unfortunately, but like I like the song.
I love this song.
I'm adopting your cough, not this. Not this here today.
So
anyway,
we have points to give out.
We sure do.
Would you like to go first, or do you
I absolutely can go first because I have one honorable mention and only one. Just the one. Only one today. And it is David Amaro. Vedno, lepa.
Okay. So, given that there are 12 songs in the selection, I decided to be nice and put the 2 songs that are not in my top 10 into my honorable mentions. So, think of it as like a participation ribbon.
Not the participation ribbon.
My honorable mentions are Girls Can Do Anything and All In. I told you I was in the minority.
Great. This is going to be a fun list. Okay. Well, then. Wow. Great. Okay. 1 point to Hauptman.
My 1 point goes to my perfectly inoffensive song with David Amaro with Si Vedno, lepa.
Sure. 2 points, and I'm genuinely sad it dropped this far. I'm kind of confused. Wait, no, hold up. I'm so sorry. I messed up. I was like, okay. So I mixed up my 2 and my 4.
Ooh!
So, okay, we'll see when we get to 4. My 2 points go to Anabel.
Is that definite?
That's 100% definite. That's what I have written on this.
Okay.
Yes.
My 2 points, and I'm sad that it dropped this low, but it goes to Stela Sofia.
No. Wow, we have such different lists. Oh, no.
I feel like whenever it's like, when it's less than 20 songs,
we're always different.
We're always different.
The only time we were 100% in sync, honestly, was Malta.
Yeah.
So, my 3 points go to BLQ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not mad at that. My 3 points go to the New Romance.
Oh, good. That's positive. We love to see it. So, okay, my 4 points, the fiasco, because I was like, there's not a fucking chance in hell. I gave them 2 points. My 4 points go to Manouche. And I was like freaking out because I had 2 points listed. And I was like, no, that's not right. They get 4 points from me.
Okay. Good thing you gave them 4 points instead of 2, because I think they deserve higher.
Okay. No.
With that being said, my 4 points go to Tendency.
Oh, good. That's positive. We love to see it. Sure. Okay. 5 points from me go to Nova Romantica.
Okay.
Just a little higher.
Yeah. My 5 points go to Sledim.
I love that for you because I don't agree, but I love that for you. Okay. We only have 2 songs in common in our top 5.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So with that being said, my 6 points go to Leanne.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
My 6 points will go to Disco, even though you absolutely do not like this song.
My 7 points
what you say?
Go to Stela Sofia.
I love that for you. And my 7 points go to BQL with my.
I love that, honestly. So here's where it starts to get a little interesting. So if you remember back to Sam's honorable mention, my 8 points go to Luma.
So we do not have
we
every time we do this list, there's always going to be the one that matches.
I don't know if it's going to match.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
So my 8 points go to Batista Cadillac.
This is the first time we have not had a single song in common.
We have not.
That
had a
is
single
wild. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so my runner-up, my 10 points go to July Jones. Girls Can Do Anything.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I respect that, and I love you for that.
Oh, I know your top 2, and it makes me happy. I just realized what your top 2 was. Yay! I love it for you.
Would you like to take a guess on which one gets my 10?
Manouche?
No.
Wow! Okay, I'm
Maybe
actually...
it gets my top 10.
Wow, okay. And
or
our
gets my 10 points, sorry.
Yes. Our 12 points could not be more different, honestly. Actually, no, that's a lie. They're kind of in the same realm. So
They're in the same realm.
Shockingly to myself, when I did my rankings, my 12 points go to Batista Cadillac, and I swear it's not only because of his muscles. I really like this song.
No, it's a great song.
Yes. So that's where my 12 points are going today.
And my 12 points, like we mentioned before, will be going to Manouche.
Yay! I love that, honestly.
Yup,
I'm a big fan of that.
So am I.
Oh, wow. The first time we have not had a song in common.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn you, Slovenia! But regardless, that's what we think about EMA 2022 for Slovenia at Eurovision 2022. But what do y'all think? Let us know in the comments. Let us know who you would have given your points to. And we'll see who's representing Slovenia. Hopefully it's a woman or Batista Cadillac, in my personal opinion. Or Manouche. You know what? I'd be fine with Manouche. That'd be fun and like fun.
There's
and
women
different.
in there too. There's women in Manouche.
Oh, absolutely. No, I hope it's like, because that would be a fun entry that would take away from the fun of Eat Your Salad. So that's fine with me.
That's fair.
I'm still not on board with that fucking song. Anyway, with that...
But listen to their other music, because their other music is great.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice to look at, so it'll be nice to see interviews with them. So.
No, I'm serious. They actually have great music.
Oh, yeah, no. They put out this, like, jokey love song, and I was like, I'm kind of on board. I got a like on Twitter from Citizeni, so I can't be too hateful towards them. It's a mess. Anyway, cheers to you all. Bye. I need to be off camera. This is a mess today. Goodbye. We'll be back with more Eurovision soon. Smile.